Hey there, Beavis. They were eating away earlier there. I did a video earlier today. But there's something that I had just thought of. And that's for other guinea pig owners that live in Florida, or if you live somewhere in the south where it's very, very humid and hot. I don't know, that would be an interesting topic. I wish some of the more popular channels would talk about the climate areas and how this affects guinea pigs and things that you have to do differently. I mean, we don't get as hot out in California as they do out in California, but they have a dry heat, and then at nighttime it cools down enough at night that you can actually shut the AC off and just have fans on at night. Here in Florida, challenge you face, and me, since this room was built onto the house, my bedroom, I couldn't get the central air in here because there wasn't enough room in the attic to run a duct vent that way. But anyhow, so I'm having to run my window unit, AC unit up there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that's got to be hard on the unit. I worry about the air conditioner kicking the bucket, and I want to know, I only recently learned about what an air cooler is. I kind of felt stupid because during Saucy's last live video, I kept posting what was that thing behind her on the tree. I know it had to be, I'm assuming that was an air cooler, and finally somebody confirmed that it was. I didn't know nothing about these air coolers. I actually had to Google it. I mean, I know what an air conditioner is, but originally when Saucy responded in a previous live video and was saying about, because I brought up about hurricanes, and she said she had air coolers and generators, I thought she meant air conditioners. I didn't know what an air cooler was, and it wasn't until her last live video. So I don't know. I mean, apparently an air cooler you can use outside, which would be nice, I guess, if you're in the shade. I would like that. But I don't know if it's really worth it for here in Florida. For anybody that lives in Florida, if you're a guinea pig owner, or not even just in Florida, anybody that lives in the south in a humid, I know in Louisiana too, it's pretty humid out there. And the thing is, at nighttime down here in the south, everybody knows it doesn't cool down enough to where you can't have the AC on. It's like, and the guinea pigs especially, if you're hot, they're hot. Like Scotty says on his videos, they can overheat so easily, so this makes me wonder about in Europe why so many people are against bathing guinea pigs over there. When sometimes, I mean, you don't want to bathe them all the time, but they're going to need a bath at least 3 or 4 times a year, depending on, if they wind up in a situation where they're soaked in their own pee for something, they shouldn't be. I always change the bedding in here constantly, but if they're ever in a situation where, I don't know, say you have them on the couch or on your lap next to you and they pee on themselves or something, and you'll want to wash that out of their fur, and of course, if they get ringworms, you'll want to wash them with, obviously, So sometimes they do need bathing, obviously. Anybody who's a fan of Saucy's Los Angeles Guinea Pigs Rescue, or Scotty's Animals, you already know that. But I'm wondering if the reason that the attitude is different in Europe towards bathing guinea pigs has to do with not so much a culture thing as maybe it has to do with the fact that the climate is so much colder over there. I know this may sound ignorant, or I don't know. I guess anybody watching this, you tell me if you're from Europe. If the cold climate up there has something to do with why people have a different attitude towards bathing guinea pigs or whatever, I don't know. And maybe because I've often heard, because my girlfriend's from Europe, she's in Germany, and she said that she was kind of dead set against the idea of bathing them because she said they can catch a cold, they can get sick. It's because of her that I even have a sheet that goes over my cage at night. So I kind of wonder, that'd be an interesting topic if they would bring up about the climate area you live in. Because I know out west, where Saucy's Animals is, out in California, it gets very hot out there, hotter than it does here in the summer. But they don't get the humidity, so she's standing in the shade with an air cooler, she's doing fine. But I noticed that I could be wrong, but I don't think that it looks like from the looks of it the pigs are just in the garage area. I don't know if that's a garage or a shed or what, but there's like fans on and maybe air coolers. I don't know. But here, I don't know if that idea would work so well because here they might have to be in an air conditioning building because of the humidity. Nothing against what she's doing because obviously, being out west, when you're standing in the shade with a fan on, I'm told that my family lived out there um, for 3 years, and so instead under the shade with the fan, you actually notice a difference from the heat. Which here, if I were sitting under the shade and had several fans, I still would be sweating and be miserable. It's just too damn hot out. So I think the humidity does make a difference. I don't know. What are y'all's thoughts on that?